Frisco Square will be hosting their very own Christmas light show with over 675,000 lights and over 100,000 visitors.
Winter sports are officially in season, and basketball finished their Prosper ISD tournament taking second place. Mackenzie Hamilton is here at the sports deck to recap that tournament.
Eagle Nation News starts right now. Good morning, Prosper High School. Today is December 5th, and I'm Matthew Tibbetts.
And I'm Sola Cantai. Here are today's top stories. Winter weather may be reaching record lows as we creep into the mid-20s. Hannah Dennis is here in studio later in the show to give a preview of the winter weather.
The Senior Citizen Lunch will be on December 7th at 11:30 at Prosper High School. No RSVP is required.
STAR retesting begins this Thursday, December the 8th, and runs until December 10th. STAR testing is required for graduation. Contact your counselor if you have any questions. Frisco Lights.
It's that time of year again when the temperatures drop and the sweaters and coats come out. Christmas in Frisco Square means lights, music, and snow. With the holidays right around the corner, businesses are skating their way into the Christmas spirit.
So we do Merry Main Street, which is the first week of December, and that is just where we have events that go on, like, markets that are open and things like that for kids to go and enjoy. And then we do, I believe it's the third week of December, we do Christmas in the Square, which is the whole tree lighting, the reindeers, Santa, and things like that. And then we also participate in sponsorships with Texas Legends. We do tins for businesses and things like that.
So we set up the ice rink. We make sure all the boards are intact. We water it at least like 3 times, and cover the speakers, play some music, and that's about it.
With over 175,000 lights, 11.5 miles of wiring, and 8 miles of extension cords, the light extravaganza can be seen from the tollway.
We do a Under the Lights class where we turn on, it's just Christmas lights, and we do it, and it's a donation-based class, Toys for Tots. We do a lot of drives and stuff, like canned food drive, coat drives for underprivileged people in the area and things like that.
We open for about 2 months. We close January 1st, which is pretty well right after Christmas. We're open every day of December except Christmas Day. So we're like Christmas Eve, we're open and everything, so it's pretty cool.
They typically start 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, and then the week of Thanksgiving, that Friday and Saturday, is when it starts to kick in and the light show happen, and then that's when we kind of get ready for just making a bunch of popcorn.
For Eagle Nation News, I'm Kelly Trin.
After this commercial break, Caitlin Wessel sits down with students from PCAS to see just what's going on.
Most dual credit courses will end the week of December 5th. Students having dual credit courses 1st or 5th period will not be required to attend school during their course times after their professor has released them. Students with 2nd period dual credit government for their first class of the day are required to sign in with Ms. Mueller in the AP's office by 9:45 each day their class would meet. Students may not leave campus once they have signed in. Students in this class with a PHS 1st period must sign in and remain on campus. Students with a Prosper ISD or column faculty during any period will attend class every day their period meets. Dual credit students do not need to attend PHS final exam periods during their dual credit class meeting periods on December 14th, 15th, and 16th.
Prosper's Career Independent Study class gets inside looks at careers they find themselves interested in. Throughout the duration of the course, students are given the opportunity to shadow professionals in their crafts and gain insight into specific careers. Caitlin Wessel sat down with some students to learn more about this class.
At Prosper High School, there are many classes available to help students get ahead in their chosen career path. One that is not widely known is PCIS, Prosper Career Independent Study.
PCIS is a class for gifted and high-achieving students to pursue a career mentorship with a professional in the field.
Students will acquire skills and establish themselves in their chosen career path
by choosing a mentor and shadowing them for an entire semester.
So to start for our interviews, we had to do cold calls, and that was kind of nerve-wracking because we had to just call people out of the blue and hope they would agree to schedule an interview with us, and then you would go meet them in person for an interview.
In this class, students have the ability to research and expose themselves to elements in the workforce.
I joined PCIS so that I could figure out what type of job I wanted to do in the future, and so I could figure out professional skills and be more prepared for college and the professional world.
By taking this class, students will get ahead in each of their specific fields. They will also acquire knowledge and skills that will help them in their careers for the future.
I chose to take this class just to kind of figure out what I wanted to do for a future career, and it helps you just kind of get like real world experience before you have to go and choose like a college major and start actually studying what you want to do.
PCIS is a great way for students to get a taste of what working in the real world is like. They leave this class with the experience they need to take on their future careers. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Caitlin Wessels.
And now let's send it over to Ethan Burton with another Merry Muya quiz and a social media update. Good morning, everyone. Once again, I'm Ethan Burton here with your daily dose of social media. Today we'll be having another Merry Muya quiz. Once again, here are the rules for anyone that was not here or doesn't know what this is. We only have 2 shows this week where I'll be saying a quote from a famous Christmas movie. At this time, you may take out your phones and get on Twitter. Once on Twitter, tweet at Eagle Nation News the full movie title. The title must be the entire title and not just part of it. The title must be spelled correctly as well. The first person to be following Eagle Nation News on Twitter and tweet the entire correct movie title that the quote comes from will get a shout out on the show and win a Muya gift card. So let's get started. Our next quote for this challenge is, "Charlie, stay away from those things. They're reindeer. You don't know where they've been. They all look like they have Lyme disease." So take out your phones now and tweet at us. Make sure to be following us in order to win. The winner will be announced at the end of the show, and then you may come down to the studio and collect your prize. Well, that's it for today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Ethan Burton.
After this commercial break, Hannah Dennis will have your 3-day weather forecast.
The Prosper Fashion Show is December 8th at 6:30 in the PHS Arena with a $2 admission. Donations accepted for Cornerstone Christmas, which includes coats, toys, socks, clothes, etc. We hope to see you there.
Welcome back, Eagle Nation. Our first freeze of this month will happen on Thursday. With the temperatures dropping, it may seem like we are in the winter season, but winter doesn't officially start until December 21st at 4:44 a.m. It's a weird time for it to start, but that's when the shortest day of the year begins. It's almost 6 hours shorter than the days we've had in June. Now, just because winter doesn't start until the 21st doesn't mean that we won't get any freezing rain or snow beforehand. Moving on to this week's forecast, sadly the rain is still sticking around for a little longer, but we will get a break by the end of the week. Now, today the high reaches 50, and we have a 90% chance of rain throughout the day, but the chance will go down to 20% tonight. Tomorrow, the high reaches 57, which is slightly warmer than today, but not much. We have no chance of rain, but it should be very cloudy, and with little to no sun shining, it should feel cooler than 57. Wednesday, the high reaches 56, and we have a 20% chance of rain, but it's the last day this week that we will get rain. It isn't cold enough for us to receive freezing rain yet, thankfully. The wind will be picking up slightly as the cold front moves through to take effect Thursday. We will actually be in the 20s early Thursday and Friday morning. The rest of this week looks like we will stay in the 40s and 50s, and we shouldn't see rain again until maybe Sunday. I'm Hannah Dennis, and Honolulu, Hawaii received snow recently.
After this commercial break, Mackenzie Hamilton is at the sports deck recapping the PISD basketball tournament. Matthew, as we know, the Prosper boys hosted their basketball tournament here at home, and they ended up getting second place.
That's right, Sol. The Prosper swim team will also have their very own tournament this weekend. With more on that, here's Mackenzie Hamilton. Mackenzie?
Thank you. I'm Mackenzie Hamilton here with your sports update. So far, the swim and dive team here at Prosper High School is off to a great start, winning all 3 doubles meets they have competed in so far. Abby Smith is in the studio with Weston Sitz and Madison Manka, members of the PHS swim and dive team, to discuss how their season has been playing out. Abby?
Thank you, Mackenzie. I'm Abby Smith, sitting down with girls swim captain Madison Manka and Weston Sitz, the only boy diver. So far, y'all are a little far in the season. You've only had 5 meets. What's going on there?
Well, it's been a little bit of a challenge for us because we've had less opportunities to make qualifying times for TISCA, and we've had less chances to get personal records and best times and see kind of where we're sitting as we keep practicing. But I mean, it's definitely been something that we've been up to, and we've been able to successfully take care of that and come to every meet with our best.
Awesome. Now there's 2 new dynamics on the team, a new coach for both the boys and the girls. What's going on there?
Well, it's definitely been different this year. They've been pushing us a lot harder than we're used to, for sure. We're up every morning with them, and they make sure, I mean, they keep it fun, they keep it lighthearted, but when it's time to work, it's time to work, and they push us, for sure.
They're just here to push me whenever I'm having a bad meet or whatever. They're here just for the support. They support me since I have no teammates. It's just like they're the ones that I talk to. They're the ones that make me comfortable in every meet. And they're just here to support me throughout everything, and yeah.
Perfect. And as you said, Weston, you're the only boy diver. You have no other teammates.
Yeah.
How's that been this year?
I mean, I've made some other friends on the other teams, and I've actually become like really close to them. So I see them at some meets, I talk to them. But having no teammates, it's kind of weird, but it hasn't been too hard. It hasn't been too effective on me, but the coaches are like my teammates, so yeah.
Awesome. And end of the season is near. What are some goals?
Well, we have a qualifying meet coming up. We have TISCA coming up, so that's been a really big deal for us. We've all been getting ready, trying to make our times. So it's looking really good for that. We have a lot of people that have qualified this year for the first time, and it's been really exciting. And then we have districts, which is looking a little bit more of a challenge this year than it's been in the past. And then regionals is looking really good for us this year. So.
Yeah, it just gives us something to look forward to. It gives us a perspective on what we're going to be facing in the future, and gives us an idea of state and regionals and how that's going to be, and just mentally prepares us, physically prepares us, and, you know.
Well, thank you guys so much for being in studio today. For Eagle Nation Sports, I'm Abby Smith. Mackenzie, let's see what you have for us.
Thank you, Abby. That's all we have for you today. Reporting for Eagle Nation Sports, I'm Mackenzie Hamilton. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Now here are today's final announcements.
If you are interested in track and field, there is a meeting today after school in the MPF classroom at 4 o'clock.
The Creative Writing Club meets tomorrow, December 6th, in Miss Day's room, 1216. Everyone is welcome to attend and encouraged to bring something you have been writing.
Anime Club meets in Mr. McMillan's room tomorrow, December 6th, after school. Everyone is welcome.
Any student interested in being involved with Special Olympics Meets in the Middle is a new club, allows you to do just that. See Ms. Barrios in room 1014 for an application. The first meeting will be tomorrow after all lunches, or during all lunches.
Radio personalities and sports broadcasters are needed for the Prosper High School Radio Club. PHS Radio Club meets tomorrow after school in room 1050.
First Priority, PHS's non-denominational Christian organization, will be having its 2nd annual Christmas breakfast on Thursday morning.
And now for the results of our Mary Mia movie quiz. Congratulations to @ColePettis1. That's going to do it for our show today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Sola Cantai.
And I'm Matthew Tibbetts. Live long and prosper.